Hello, honorable members of the clan. So, guys, let's talk about Fiso Tuli. Why his application was not successful. The reason why I'm calling it application because I found out that it was actually not an urgent application like how it was for accused number 3, which it was quite specific that this is an urgent application. I'm thinking the reason why it is not urgent application on Fiso Tuli's side is because it was going to climb on the back of accused number 3's application. If he's successful, therefore his own will be successful. I'm also thinking as well the amount of money it would have cost the legal aid board to pay the lawyer for urgent applications, because I'm understanding these urgent applications, they're not cheap. That is what I'm understanding. They are not cheap. So unfortunately for accused number 5, his application was, we'll say it was dismissed. So he remains in a one cell, which to me sounds pretty much like solitary confinement. I don't know. It just sounds like a solitary confinement for me. And I have seen some people say that if accused number 3 goes to the general population, he might be in danger. I don't think so. I simply don't think so. I think he is still a high risk prisoner that is going to be protected, because at the end of the day, those wardens as well do not want to be held accountable as to why they do not have their eye on all the prisoners to a point where accused number 3 is harmed. Thabo Bester, I understand as well, he is not in solitary confinement, but he is in a general population. But the general population that he's in, he has his own cell type of situation, but he is not experiencing the type of torture that he was going through in the past 4 years. Now, I'm wondering about Fiso Tuli, accused number 5. This single cell thing, I don't know. I don't know if somebody can please explain how that works. Is it not solitary confinement? Because it sounds like it to me. But I think since he did not make it, this application was not successful, he can still pursue this in an appeal, and let's hear what the higher court is going to say about this situation. Anyways, we've already heard the former justice of the Constitutional Court, James Cameron, saying that solitary confinement is unconstitutional, it is inhumane, etc., and so on. And I'm kind of like thinking, this judge, if you are going to quote the Nelson Mandela UN provision about solitary confinements, why then didn't you see urgency as well, even though there was no urgency in Fiso Tuli's application, by saying he too is being unconstitutionally kept in his own solitary confinement or whatever it is, because there's no way that he would make such an application if he was not going through some kind of discomfort or some kind of unconstitutional treatment by the prison. So I'm a little bit confused there. Somebody, if you can please explain to me, because I tried also listening to legal experts. They seem to be as confused as I am. Like, I don't know. So, but most of them are saying, hey, he should go to a higher court and try his luck there. I think maybe there is going to be some reason or a reasonable judge that's going to say, yeah, also remove him, put him in the general population so that he is treated constitutionally. Now, I'm also worried about accused number 3, since he's been in solitary confinement for the past 4 years. How that must have done his mind. How is it right now? Because we do see him sitting in court and he looks behaved. He looks like he's concentrating, but at the same time, you don't know what a person is going through, how much of all of this he has suppressed, and he's just a ticking time bomb one way or the other. I don't know, but hopefully he's going to go through therapy, because I did not hear in this judgment a therapy being ordered on what is his name, on accused number 3, as well as accused number 5, because he's still there. I mean, is he not going through the same thing that accused number 3 was going through? I don't know, guys. This is a very confusing judgment for me, I must say. And I get those people who, in fact, I don't get them. They are 30%ers. They are like, oh, yeah, they are these killers. in this matter, they are still innocent until proven guilty. In the other matters where they are indeed serving sentences of what they've been found guilty for, I have no say on that one, except to say justice is served. But on this one, the one that I still believe that the people that deleted Sensomeya, or a person that deleted Sensomeya, was amongst his friends, not these 5 people. So don't mix the two, because I see people are mixing that too. And I did see some others like, yeah, look at these people, they are praising and defending criminals. It's not logic. I've said it before. One day it might be you, and you're gonna beg YouTubers to speak on your behalf, fight on your behalf on the outside. I ain't doing it. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm gonna say, well, we knowing fully well that you did not do that. I'm just saying, be careful what you say, because sometimes these things will bounce back on you, and then we hope you'll be able to handle it. So I was also just sitting by myself and thinking, like, hey, is there somebody, I don't know how it's done. If somebody is already in prison for a crime they did not commit, who can they talk to and say, listen, my case was investigated by Gininda, and these are the things that Gininda had put me through that got me here today? Because of course judges are going to listen to the evidence that is put on the table. For example, the pointings out. If Bo Nakuzana, Bo Mahola will take you to a hill somewhere and say, what do you see there? And then you are pointing, oh, I see the sun, setting. I see a hill there. Oh, I also see that stone. Oh, can you see those 2 guys fighting over there? It could be anything, but somebody's taking pictures because you are pointing at things. And then the judge will say, oh, okay, you went and pointed out the crime scene that you were involved in, guilty. Just like the firearm, as well as, not firearm, ammunition and the white powder that was allegedly found in Muzisibia's room in Tembisa, which now he is serving 5 years for, which I still think it was planted. Because now we are beginning to see the type of investigators we have in South Africa. I've said it before, they are inept, and in order for them to have some kind of a goal or a conviction, they need to do what they have to do in order for them to have a good name and also promotable at the end of the day. That's the game they are playing with our innocence, our lives, and our constitutional rights as well. So I don't know, guys. This judgment for me, it's a little bit unsettling. I'm happy for accused number 3, but Fiso Ntuli, I feel like because you know what? Let's be honest. Fiso Ntuli is somebody that if you met him in a dark alley, you're gonna have to run for it. So I don't know what that is doing to his mind, being in a small place or small space and just going around in circles. And if indeed himself can only speak for 10 minutes with his loved ones, can you imagine traveling all the way from KwaZulu-Natal to have a 10-minute conversation? That is messed up. Okay, I understand it when the prisoner is problematic, and solitary confinement is a way of punishing them for those whatever months that they are going to be sentenced for, so that when they come back, they are in the straight and narrow. And part of that is when their family visit them, they can only speak to them for 10 minutes. I thought about it. I was like, come on. All that money spent from KwaZulu-Natal to, we might as well just agree that let's not visit you anymore. Let's rather talk over the phone, since you are allowed, how many minutes on the phone? Is it 10 minutes as well? Let's rather talk over the phone than us wasting all that money coming to see you only for 10 minutes. Maybe even that 10 minutes, you're not going to get the full 10 minutes. Maybe it's going to be part of the 10 minutes. I don't know. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that we live in South Africa, and the people that are supposed to be the custodians of our constitution, they're actually violating those constitutional provisions. Again, I said, if they could create a law that if you want to serve in the public administration, you should have at least sat in a constitutional law class for a year and qualified for it with something to show on your CV. I don't know what they have to do something, honestly speaking, because I find it a little bit difficult that maybe it's catered deployment. Who knows? We are in South Africa after all. Anyways, guys, I thought let me come here and let you know or update you about what I found out about Fiso Ntuli's application, why it was not successful. It was not urgent, and therefore the court did not find it urgent or to what do you call this to make a ruling, and therefore his status quo remains. However, with accused number 3, he shall be removed from solitary confinement immediately. And so I believe probably he is going to or has slept in his own cell with the general population. Well, we will hear what's going on as Mr. Mnisi may report back to Judge Rata. I hope he will report back to Judge Rata because Judge Rata seems to be well aware. And so if you are not going to report back, he might actually take it very hard. And then at some point you'll be like, yeah, I know my friend or my brother, Judge what. And then you didn't come and tell me about it. That is, that type of speech that we're going to hear. So please, Mr. Mnisi, do report back to Judge Rata regarding the outcomes of this urgent application. And now we can continue with this 636 case or trial so that it comes to some kind of conclusion with whatever the conclusion is going to be. Other than that, guys, please do not leave this video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And if you like us, come with your 2 IQs by clicking the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And you take your 2 IQs, run them together, and spark your own opinion, because here we are not experts. We are just people with a brain. That's all. When we hear things, see things, and we question it, we come right here and we have a discussion about it. So if you like us or you like this type of content, do subscribe. See you later. Goodbye.